cannot get your people into the business. You can't get your candidate, you can't get your brother into the business. My mom can't get her son in the business. Justin didn't get his dad into the business. His dad has become a $1 Million Club member, one of the 90. Justin's one of the 90. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope this is the point. This is, when I understood that, and it took me a year, when I understood that my mom, that Bob Schmidt, that Barbara Schmidt, that Sherman Unkefer, that Dwayne Dyer, that Gary Hollister wanted me, do you think he gave you his phone number for you to call and whine and complain and tell him about your relationship status? His number to help you build your business. He wants you to fill his calendar. I want Mike to put me in front of people. Mike just put me in front of a really sharp kid, Jeff Conkey. Well, where'd you meet Jeff?
Came out to, he's interested in getting in business with me for my other business, and he came out to shadow me one day, and he asked me.
You had the courage to talk to him about this?
He actually asked me.
Huh. Most people just assume people aren't interested. What'd you do? Who did you talk to next?
Talked about Ryan and you.
You told Ryan's story?
Yep.
Ryan talked to him? Then what'd you tell Mike to do next?
Well, in that meeting, I talked about you. And he got him connected with you.
You mean you didn't tell him all about xanthones and about the phytonutrients found in the mangosteen and the synergistic effect and the $1 billion partnership with Wild Flavors and the marketing plan, exactly how it works? You sponsor 3 and they sponsor 3. You didn't draw circles. You didn't bug the people. You didn't call them every single day and bug them and say, we're going to be rich. We're going to be rich overnight. We're going to make $10,000 in the next 3 months. We're working with millionaires. You didn't do that?
Nope.
You told them about people. You told them a story. And then you made the story a reality. And then you told him a story. And you made the story a reality. He's signing up tomorrow. He sent me a text that will blow your mind. He's so excited. He's excited about life again. It wasn't the xanthones that got him in. It wasn't the college building effect. Now, without these, we don't have an opportunity. Amy, did you enroll Kenny? Or did Ken enroll Kenny? Ken enrolled Kenny. Okay? Ken didn't tell. He met you. He did your finance on a Lexus or an Infiniti. Oh, he brought you to a meeting. He told the story of the speaker, and he brought you to the meeting. He didn't do all the work, did he? He let the speaker do the work.
Yes.
And then after the meeting, what did he do? Right after the meeting, who was talking to you?
Tommy Johnson.
Then what did he do?
Then he
Maybe give you a CD?
wrote all the information that I needed.
And you still hadn't signed up yet, right? Then what did he do? He set a what?
He set a house party and invited me with other individuals that had incredible stories to share about their life events and how they ended up where I ended up today.
So you listened to the stories.
I listened to the story and it made sense.
But then he set up a lunch meeting because you hadn't quite signed up yet?
No.
Huh. We met for lunch day before yesterday.
Yes.
And what did you do yesterday?
Yesterday I signed up.
Are you seeing a pattern here? I haven't met one person that's built anything of any significance in network marketing that didn't get introduced to people. Sandy, Ryan signed you up. I kind of recall that you and I, he told you, now what did he tell you? But I remember we met at that little Mexican restaurant. Did he tell you all about xanthone? He was just telling you stories. Can you learn the stories if you don't go to the meetings?
No.
Can you bottle up Bill Slaney's story if you didn't hear him tell it with passion? Can you bottle up Gina's story and take it somewhere if she didn't tell it with tears coming out of her eyes? If you weren't here and somebody told you about it, could you really take that home and tell it with passion from your heart? You have to go to the meetings. You have to go to the meetings. I've never met one person that's built it that doesn't go to the meetings. Bob said, Tommy, no, you don't have to go to the meetings. You're an independent contractor. You can do whatever you want to do. This is a volunteer army. But not everybody that goes to meetings gets rich, he said, but everybody who gets rich goes to the meetings. Success leaves clues. You just do what the other people are doing. Cheryl, now my sister enrolled you guys, but I kind of recall you met with some people in the upline before you decided to enroll. Peach, you signing somebody up. Okay, that's an exception. Peach, I remember Jeff brought you to, now you're friends with Jeff, you have a relationship with him, you respect him for what he's accomplished in life and his integrity. You like the guy, right?
Peers, right.
And he took you to a what?
An opportunity, well, dinner prior and an opportunity meeting.
Huh. And you had your arms crossed, and now...
I wasn't buying it.
Why couldn't Jeff just tell you, let's do this, PJ, sign up? He's the one that knew you. He had your respect.
I liked Jeff and I respected him, but he did not have credibility in this industry, with this product, with this company, so I wasn't buying it.
You met with me, you met with several other people, you went to the meeting, and you met with more people, and you met with more people. See, recruiting is not a sprint. When I meet with somebody, I don't think, I want to sign them up, I got to sign them up, I got to sign them up. If you talk them into it, you got to talk them into it every time you see them. I learned that in real estate. If I talked you into the sale on Monday, you cancel on Tuesday. This is not sales, folks. This is a step beyond sales. Sales, it's one thing for me to talk Kenny into buying a car from me. It's another for me to convince him he should sell cars with me. It's one thing for me to sell insurance to you, John. It's another for me to convince you that you should sell insurance with me. This is a relationship business. I'm going to invest in you. You have to invest in you. You have to invest in your downline. There's things you're going to do. There's things I'm going to do. There's things we're going to do together. Fill your upline's calendars. Once I got this, I proactively filled my upline's calendars with what? Introductions, 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 introductions. And I got my downline to duplicate that, and my 4 or 5 people to duplicate that process. This is leverage in its truest form. I couldn't get them in anyways, but my upline can get them in. You can't get your people in. Deborah can get them in. Fill their calendars. Well, I don't want to bother you. That's my problem. You don't have the time. That's my problem. Let me worry about that. I'm not the only one in your upline. You have other people in your upline too. Fill their calendars because they're going to fill them. Your successful upline is going to fill their calendars with or without you. They're going to find the Kennys. They're going to sift through people's potential universe of candidates and get them to lead them to their top. And then they're going to spend their time with those people. Kenny, I'll run off the end of the world with you. If your pedal's down, mine's going to be down. The second you back it off, I'm going to go create your competition somewhere. You have to. I love Gary. Don't spend your time with unmotivated people. Let the weeds eliminate themselves. Find the flowers. Nourish them. Water them. Introduce them to your team. They're out there. Trust me. My point is there's people that need to be here more than you because they don't have that drive and they live 2 miles away and they're watching basketball.
Right. And I want to watch basketball.
I want you.
So do
See,
I.
she came here. That's who you want. They're out there. People want what we have. They're waiting for you to talk to them. Jerome says, how do you know if you don't ask? How do you know if you don't ask? But your people who got you here probably told you about Beverly and Gary. Told you about Ryan. We're doing all the work. And now you're going to sign up. See? It's so consistent. You can't build it any other way. You cannot build it any other way. You can spin your wheels. You can waste your time. You can think about it. You can talk about it. You can do everything. You can talk to 1 million people by yourself and it won't build. And make your list solid. Most people say, I don't know anybody else to talk to. Well, when's the last time you talked to your neighbor? What you really mean typically is that there's no more people that I feel comfortable talking to. And it's the ones that make you uncomfortable, that makes your heart beat out of your chest when you think about calling them, are the ones that are going to build your business more than likely. You see? We attract business professionals. We attract dreamers.